The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Hi, I'm Jessica Block, Assistant Director at the Ames Free Library.
And I'm Hannah Paul, the Youth Services Librarian.
We're now entering the second quarter of our celebratory tricentennial year here in Easton, and things are not slowing down at the library.
You may have heard of the library's Tricentennial Book Club. Our next session of this special book club will be meeting at the NRT Sheep Pasture property on Monday, May 12th at 2 o'clock p.m. We will discuss Unraveling by Peggy Orenstein, learn more about the sheep pasture property, and get a hands-on demonstration of spinning wool and crafting with yarn with Easton's own Auntie Zaza. Space is limited for this special event, so registration is required. Registration will open and books will be available to check out 1 month before the event on April 12th.
Our final workshop with local author Lisa Braxton will be held on Tuesday, April 22nd at 6 p.m. Hear other people's stories and see how they translate from live tellings to written ones. Participants will have the option of telling their story using storytelling techniques discussed during the session. Registration is required for this workshop.
We have a big blowout planned on Saturday, April 26th for the Tricentennial Art and Culture Festival. There will be artists, craft booths, and music at Oaks Ames Hall, and you can continue your exploration of community, art, and culture on our library campus. Kick off your morning with a calming session of Tai Chi in Queeset Garden with Vince at 9 a.m. This session not only recognizes the cultural offerings in our community, but also celebrates World Tai Chi Day and kicks off our summer season of monthly Tai Chi classes. Starting at 11 a.m., drop in to hear Easton Voices, an open mic session for poets, storytellers, singers, and other performers facilitated by local poet George Como. Student performers will take the stage from 11 to 1, and adults will be featured from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Pre-registration is required to receive a time slot assignment. Find out more details online.
Library staff will also be offering retro and vintage craft programs for all ages throughout the day. Generations of Easton kids have been charmed by troll dolls. We'll bet you had one. Kids can visit the children's room between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. on the 26th to craft a woodcut troll doll pal. Color it your way, style its due, and add a lucky gemstone to its belly. Crafts are available while supplies last. Adults can register to create a vintage craft at 12:30 p.m. at Queeset House. Hand-colored photos were quite popular in the mid to late 19th century, just about the time Queeset House was built. Decoupage was another traditional craft. In this program, you'll color a vintage photo, select an additional item of Easton ephemera, and then decoupage them both onto a pair of wooden coasters. You'll have your own bit of history in no time. Registration is required for this adult craft. Teens will get their own taste of the past as well. Long before Spotify playlists, we made mixtapes on cassette. Teens are invited to Queeset House to splatter paint and decorate a real cassette tape between 2 p.m. and 3:15 on the 26th. We'll provide the materials and instructions, and then you can socialize and listen to our favorite mixtape jams while the paint dries. All craft activities held on April 26th are offered in conjunction with the Easton 300 Art and Culture Festival and are funded by the Easton 300 Tricentennial Committee.
Earth Day falls annually on April 22nd, and we have an assortment of programs in celebration of our home planet leading up to Earth Day. Children ages 2 through 6 and their caregivers are invited to register for The Art and Nature of Spring, Backyard and Nesting Birds from Mass Audubon at 11:15 a.m. on Thursday, April 10th at Queeset House. Enjoy a story about nesting birds and observe real bird nests. Listen to and sing bird songs, and create beautiful prints celebrating the birds in your own backyard.
On Saturday, April 12th at 2 p.m. at Queeset House, UNH student Eva Horrigan will lead a discussion for kids 8 to 12 about wriggly, slimy, super cool decomposers based on the book World of Rot by Britt Crow-Miller. And she will host a Zoom visit with the author. Registration is required for this program. And Jen from Sheep Pasture will be visiting the library for a super special flowery story time on Friday, April 18th at 10:30 a.m. in the children's room. Hey, what's that? Peeking out behind the leaves. Oh, it's new. At the Ames Free Library in Queeset Garden. It's a story walk. What is a story walk? You can read a delightful storybook mounted on these posts while you explore our outdoor space. It's that simple. The story walk will also host nature facts and animal or plant identification throughout the year. Anyone may visit the story walk path at any time during daylight hours, even when the library is closed. Our story walk posts were created and installed by Eagle Scout John Rastusha of Troop 193. Thank you, John.
The Easton Public Schools have their April break week from April 21st through 25th. The library is closed on Monday, April 21st for Patriots Day, but we have fun activities for school-aged children the rest of the week. On Tuesday, April 22nd, children ages 8 through 12 are invited to register to attend our Fairy Light Jar crafting program at 2 o'clock p.m. at Queeset House. Use glow-in-the-dark paint to turn a mason jar into something otherworldly. Mass Audubon is back for one final Art and Nature of Spring program on Wednesday, April 23rd at 2 o'clock p.m. at Queeset House. This time, children ages 6 to 10 and their caregivers are invited to register to attend The Curious Garden. Through a delightful story and hands-on exploration of native plants, families will discover the joys of gardening and create nature-inspired prints to celebrate the beauty of growing green spaces.
And then on Thursday, April 24th at 2 p.m. at Queeset House, the New England Botanic Garden will be here for a DIY plant press program. Kids and teens ages 7 through 14 can register for an unbelievably fun time creating an upcycled press for preserving leaves and petals. And finally, on Friday, April 25th at 2 p.m. at Queeset House, kids ages 6 and up, teens, and their families are invited to a special Family Game Cafe. A host of board games, card games, and video games will be set out in the Info Cafe at Queeset House for any and all to explore and to play.
What's going on for the rest of April? Let's take a peek. The stories and songs at our story times are a refreshing way to kick off spring. Get ready to drift off to dreamland with Pajama Story Time at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, April 9th. Nope, I need to start that over because it's not the 19th.
No worries.
What's going on for the rest of April? Let's take a peek. The stories and songs at our story times are a refreshing way to kick off spring. Get ready to drift off to dreamland with Pajama Story Time at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays, April 9th and 23rd. We have regular weekly story times at 10:30 a.m. every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for toddlers, babies, and preschoolers. And if a weekday story time doesn't fit in your schedule, be sure to check out our special Saturday story time sessions. April's session will be held at 10:30 a.m. on Saturday, April 26th. This group is best for ages 2 through 5, but families with children of all ages are welcome.
Or do you know a kid, grades 2 through 6, who loves art and games? Bring them to Quick Draw on Tuesday, April 15th at 4 p.m., where they can combine those passions and play drawing games with Miss Hannah. For kids who love art and books, they might enjoy The Starting Line. At this program, Miss Alicia will introduce kids to a new chapter book series with a short read aloud and then lead a themed craft. This program is for kids in grades 1 through 3 and their families, and will meet on Wednesday, April 23rd at 4 p.m.
For serious book lovers, new readers looking for a non-judgmental audience can practice their fluency and read-aloud skills with gentle giants, the Anatolian shepherds Callie and Laddie, at Pause to Read on Thursday, April 10th. They just love being read to. 15-minute reading sessions begin at 4:30 p.m., and you'll need to register in advance for this popular program. And did you know that we have a book club just for kids? Kids ages 9 through 12 are welcome to join their fellow book dragons and read about the weird and wondrous in the Bookworms Book Club on Monday, April 28th at 4 p.m. After the book discussion, you'll have a chance to craft a bookmark. This month, the club will be discussing Into the Land of Unicorns by Bruce Coville.
Teens who enjoy creating their own stories or poetry can stop by the Teen Den on Thursday, April 17th at 3:15 for this month's Teen Writers Group. We provide the prompts, pen, and paper. All you need to bring is your magnificent mind. The fourth Tuesday of each month is the day for teen anime fans to unite. Come to the Teen Den to watch anime, hang out with fellow fans, draw, chat, and even eat some Japanese snacks. This month's Teen Anime Night is Tuesday, April 22nd at 6 p.m.
Do you like the idea of chatting about books with other avid readers, but not the idea of assigned reading in a book club? Silent Book Club may be for you. Teens are invited to join the teen-only chapter of Easton's Silent Book Club at the library on Thursday, April 24th at 5:30 p.m. Come to the Teen Den and get settled in for a silent reading hour. After the quiet reading time, you'll have the option to socialize with other readers. Students looking for help with English and math can make an appointment with peer tutors on Saturdays. Preksha P., a student at Oliver Ames High School, is available to help students in grades 3 through 8 with their English homework and for reading practice and support. Aditya B., a student from Sharon High School, is available for math tutoring sessions up to and including Algebra 1. Check our website for more details and to register for a session. Teens looking to give back to their community or in need of service hours are invited to apply to be a volunteen this summer. Volunteens help kids and families sign up for and participate in our summer reading program. Applications will be live on our website by the start of April break week.
Are you looking for something for the whole family? Check out our virtual cooking classes from Library Chef. April classes for younger chefs include mini strawberry shortcakes and microwave mug cakes. Classes for adults this month focus on veggies with 3 ways to eat asparagus, Mexican corn salad, and details on seasonal eating with a guest nutritionist. If you can't make a class live, recordings are always available on Library Chef. Find details on this month's classes and information about signing up for Library Chef on our website.
We're happy to announce that your library card now allows you access to Library Chef, a new online cooking platform designed for adults of all skill levels. Whether you're a complete beginner or an experienced home cook, Library Chef has something for everyone. Ready to get cooking? Head to our website, amesfreelibrary.org, and click on the Tutorials button on the homepage. Scroll down and click on Library Chef. From there, enter your name, email address, library card number, and pick a password. Start your culinary journey today with the Ames Free Library and Library Chef, and discover new cooking skills at your own pace.
Are you looking for a professional headshot for your job search, professional website, conferences, and more? On the morning of Saturday, April 12th, Arlua Wantan from Titus Media Boston is offering 5-minute sessions for professional headshots. Sessions will be free for patrons. You will receive one high-quality digital image. An email address is required to receive your image. Sessions are available for ages 16 and up, and registration is required.
New members and volunteers are welcome to attend the monthly meeting of the Friends of the Ames Free Library, held on Monday, April 7th at 6:30 p.m. Join them and meet some really great Easton neighbors. Have you always wanted to research your family tree? Did you have your DNA tested and want help understanding the results, or how to use the DNA results in your family search? Would you like support from others who are also working on their genealogy? If so, join our Family Trees, Genealogy, and DNA group, hosted by local historian Ed Hands. This group meets several times a month on Zoom and once a month in person. This month's Zoom meetings will be on Fridays, April 4th, 18th, and 25th at 11 a.m., and this month's in-person meeting will be on Friday, April 11th at 10 o'clock a.m.
Film fans ages 18 and up are invited to Queeset House on the 2nd and 4th Monday of each month for a movie matinee. We show classic favorites, recent releases, and everything in between. We even supply the popcorn. This month's films all feature a local connection. They were filmed right here in Easton. Join us at 1:30 p.m. on Monday, April 14th and Monday, April 28th for these great films. Additional details are available on our website. Adult writers looking for a creative community are welcome to join on the Ames Free Library Zoom writing group. This group is open to writers of all genres and experience levels to discuss writing, read what you are working on, as well as give and receive support and feedback. Find this friendly group on Zoom on Monday, April 14th and Monday, April 28th at 3 p.m.
The Ames Free Library Book Club will meet on Wednesday, April 9th at 1:30 p.m. to discuss Real Americans by Rachel Kong. The Nonfiction Book Club will meet the following day on Thursday, April 10th at 6 o'clock p.m. reading The Babysitter by Liza Rodman. Our Fantastical Fiction Book Club will meet on Wednesday, April 16th at 6 o'clock p.m. to discuss Graceling by Kristen Cashore. And our ever-so-popular Mystery Book Club meets Thursday, April 24th at 3 o'clock p.m. for a chat about Middle of the Night by Riley Sager.
Here at AFL, we want to know what you, our community, think about our programs. Look for surveys after each program you attend. Let us know what you like, what you want to see more of, or what you want to see less of. Surveys will be available online via QR code and on our website, and as print copies at each service desk and at Queeset House. Questions will be short and to the point, and surveys won't take you more than a couple of minutes to complete. Thank you for helping us grow. We look forward to hearing your thoughts on our library. Adult patrons looking for a creative outlet should check out one of our many craft programs throughout April. This month, we're introducing Tuesday Crafternoons at Queeset. Drop in with Dana on April 1st and April 15th at 3 p.m. for this series of relaxing projects for all skill levels. Fiber crafting enthusiasts of all experience levels are invited to join our newly reformed knitting group on Thursday, April 17th at 6:30 p.m. Both teens and adults who enjoy knitting, crocheting, and other yarn crafts are welcome. But please note that there is no instruction available as part of this meeting.
Not sure where to start your crafting adventure? Register for our monthly Design with Dana session and explore a unique craft from the library's Creative Bug database. This month, we'll be learning embroidery basics on Tuesday, April 22nd at 6 o'clock p.m. If you love beading or if you're interested in a meditative act of creation, head on over to the Library Beaders group. They meet this month on Monday, April 28th at 6 o'clock p.m.
Or if you want to add a little more technical flair to your crafting, learn about Cricut Design Studio or Adobe software with our Queeset House managers. One-on-one sessions are available on alternating Fridays at 2 p.m. for the Cricut Design Studio and 3 p.m. for Adobe Software Suite. Registration is required.
Here's a sneak peek at what's coming up at the beginning of May. Teens are invited to attend our Teen Advisory Board on Thursday, May 1st at 3:15 in the Teen Den. 6 o'clock p.m. on Thursday, May 1st, game players ages 12 through adult are invited to the Ames Game Cafe.
Join us at Stonehill College's Hemingway Theatre at 7 p.m. on Saturday, May 3rd, for a screening of Winthrop Ames's original 1916 Snow White silent film, with live musical accompaniment.
The Friends of the Ames Free Library will hold their monthly meeting at Queesit House on Monday, May 5th at 6:30 p.m.
On Tuesday, May 6th at 3 p.m., adults are invited to drop in for our Tuesday Crafternoon at Queesit to make a fabric trinket bowl with Dana. No registration is required for this program.
Independent readers are invited to Readers Theatre on Tuesday, May 6th at 4 o'clock p.m. at Queesit House.
And at 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, May 6th, teens and adults are invited to join us for Tea and Tarot at Queesit House.
Welcome to Page Turners, our segment highlighting recent and upcoming releases. There are exciting new releases coming from some of your favorite authors this month. Get ready for Strangers in Time, a historical fiction novel set during World War II from David Baldacci. The Queen of the Beach Read, Emily Henry, is back with her latest, Great Big Beautiful Life. And the newest installment of James Patterson's long-running Women's Murder Club series, 25 Alive, also releases this month. Mystery fans, keep an eye out for Fair Play by Louise Hegarty. A group of friends gather at an Airbnb on New Year's Eve. It is Benjamin's birthday, and his sister Abigail is throwing him a jazz-age murder mystery-themed party. As the night plays out, champagne is drunk, hors d'oeuvres consumed, and relationships forged, consolidated, or frayed. Someone kisses the wrong person, someone else's heart is broken. In the morning, all of them wake up, except Benjamin. As Abigail attempts to wrap her mind around her brother's death, an eminent detective arrives, determined to find Benjamin's killer. In this mansion, suddenly complete with a butler, gardener, and housekeeper, everyone is a suspect, and nothing is quite as it seems. As a kid, did you ever sit at the dinner table thinking about how awesome it would be to grow up so you could eat whatever you wanted for dinner? Only now you're a grown-up, and it's not quite as awesome as you thought. Delivery is expensive. Eating a spoonful of peanut butter is depressing. You can't imagine having the energy to chop an onion. But somehow, you gotta eat. How does anyone feed themselves under these conditions? Enter You Gotta Eat by Margaret Eby, a friendly, accessible resource for getting something on your plate when you have too much on your plate. Part cookbook, part pep talk, and part action plan, this book offers tips and tactics, plus 10 do exactly this recipes for making effortless food that's nourishing, tasty, and even a little fun. Readers looking for an epic fantasy to sweep them away, try The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson, the first book in a new trilogy. In this intricately plotted novel of court intrigue, the reign of Burson the Brusque has come to an end after 24 years. In the dizzying heat of midsummer, 7 exceptional warriors, thinkers, and strategists compete to replace him. When one of them is murdered, it falls to Nemo Craw, the Emperor's brilliant, idiosyncratic high scholar, to find the killer and fight for the throne. Best-selling author Dory Greenspan calls Elaine Sciolino the Louvre Whisperer. This month, Sciolino whispers to readers in Adventures in the Louvre how to fall in love with the world's greatest museum, helping all of us discover this magical space that was once a forbidding fortress. Exploring galleries, basements, rooftops, and gardens, Sciolino demystifies the Louvre, introducing us to her favorite artworks, both legendary and overlooked, and the people who are the museum's lifeblood. The curators, the artisans producing frames and engravings, the builders overseeing restorations, even the firefighters protecting the aging structure. Blending investigative journalism, travelogue, history, and memoir, Sciolino walks her readers through the museum's front gates and immerses them in its irresistible, engrossing world of beauty and culture. If any of these titles sound interesting to you, be sure to put them on hold. You can place a hold right in the Sales mobile app, through the online catalog, or by giving us a call. And if you would like information about even more new titles hitting the shelves at the Ames Free Library, sign up for our monthly fiction and nonfiction newsletters.
Please note that the library will be closed in observance of Patriots' Day on Monday, April 21st. The library will reopen at 9 a.m. on Tuesday, April 22nd.
So many programs, so little time. Visit the library at 53 Main Street for any of these programs to find a good book or to get help from a reference librarian. We're open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday. And you can also find us 24/7 on our website at amesfreelibrary.org.